left. Still, both sides could win this. Absolutely perfect. Das Baumwolf kommt rein, 2 MGs, Peekaboo, Cribaboo. Es ist ein Gemetzel.
Look at the carnage. My goodness.
Woo, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the HCA, the Hell Let Loose Competitive Association. This is the first match that I am streaming, and it is the Oceanic stream. So good evening to you from Australia. It's dark outside. Look, I don't know if you can see out that window. Look at that darkness. Anyway, here I am. I'm Noppers. I am your streamer for tonight for the Chimera versus SESH match. And God, I'm excited. It's here. It's finally here. It's happening. And you can see on the screen there, the teams are actually just getting set up. I've been watching the SESH guys sitting here for the last 5 or 10 minutes, I guess, as they filtered in. The Chimera guys are coming in now. We'll talk about the two teams through the night. I've got a bit of bio on each of them and some other information there. But look, welcome. I'm so glad to have you here. There is a 30-minute delay on this stream. I will say that straight up. There's a 30-minute delay. It is a tournament requirement, and I juggle between whether I want to actually live cast with a 30-minute delay or pre-record and then come back to it later. Tonight, I'm actually doing the live cast with 30, so hopefully the PC is going to hold up. I'm going to find out very shortly if it doesn't. And I will upload the video afterwards to YouTube, and of course, it stays on Twitch for however many days it is. I'm a relatively new streamer. I only started streaming in February, March of this year, and that was with the Big D Premier League that occurred in Australia here. And look, I've just been going on since then, and I got asked to come along and do the Oceanic matches for HCA, and I'm more than happy to. And my whole purpose of doing this is to support the Hell Let Loose community and to grow it and grow a competitive scene. I love it. You'll notice the headset. I've got a Trek IR hanging on here. It took me so long to get the damn thing on there. I'm going to leave it on there, so sorry if that annoys you. But this is the screen I'm going to be looking at right here in front of me as the guys set up. What are we doing tonight? Well, we've got Chimera and we've got SESH, and they're playing off against each other. Now, I believe that Chimera were... Ooh, I'm going to have to check that. Let me just check across the live screen. And that shouldn't be playing at all. Let's not have that happen. So that's a bit odd, isn't it? Let's turn that video off. We're going to have to work that one out. Anyway, I think the Chimera guys are the allies and the SESH guys are the Axis. So I've got to find that video and get rid of it. Why not? Let's have a technical glitch straight up. I'm okay with that. This is fine. We will, of course, talk a little bit more about what's going on with the teams and what they're doing and all that sort of stuff. The map, of course, that they did in the voting system is Sainte-Marie-du-Mont. And I apologize for my outrageous accent there. Das Altberg has, well, he hasn't commented, but he's corrected it a couple of times, and he's German, so that tells you something. Look, tonight I'm just going solo. Normally, I will try and bring some guests in where I can. But tonight is a bit of a solo stream, and I am looking forward to this. I am absolutely looking forward to this. What have we got here? What we need to do is we need to have a bit of a look and see if we can find... Let's get rid of that video first. Let's get rid of the HCA video. I don't want that in there auto-playing, so bye-bye videos. So if I go across to that live cast screen, yeah, we do a little transition. Sexy little HCA transition. I will... be honest here too, the intro video for HCA, that's definitely not mine. That's Das Altberg created that one. There are some talented people out there. Das is one of them. I am not one of the talented people. I did the first video on there tonight, but not the HCA official. I just don't have video editing skills at all. But it is Sainte-Marie-du-Mont, and I think we'll do a flip, and then so Chimera, you can see up there, I've got the little marker up the top of the screen. Chimera will be the allies and SESH will be the axis. So when we do the map flip, that's what will occur. Let's get back across now to the warm-up screen, shall we? And that's where you can see my pretty head. You won't see that too much tonight. You can see I'm in a suit. Look, it's like 9 o'clock, 8:30, 9 o'clock on a Saturday night here. Why wouldn't you be in a suit? That's what I ask. All right. Let's talk about the teams very quickly. Some of the players to watch out for, at least on the Chimera side. VK, very good player. He's the commander tonight. A couple of Dustvolt I've seen play quite a bit. Rogue Trooper, very, very good there. Good player. Kanashi, I watch him on Friday Night Fights and Talk. And Daniel. So there's a tank crew we see all the time on Friday Night Fights, which I stream for when I can. Pell Let Loose and Road Rage, an excellent recon squad. Those guys are going to be to watch. Jam I haven't seen for ages, but Jam is a very, very good player, very aggressive player. Bot John as well. That's a really good squad there. Where they are, there's going to be a lot of action, that's for sure. A few others there. Melk, I saw played really good play last night in the Friday Night Fight, so we'll look forward to seeing him. And Tyson Butterdog, good players as well. Keltith, of course, very solo player Keltith, but very, very sneaky and good player. So some of these names, as I said, just keep an eye out for them. We'll talk to them. Knox, brilliant sniper, did some great work last night that I saw. And, of course, over the time that I've seen these guys, I've known a lot of these guys for a couple of years now. I am not part of their clan. I'm not part of any clan. I'm a freelancer, but I try and get involved with every community I can, and so it's been great to watch some of these guys. All right, I have seen SESH play before. Now, when was that? I cannot remember. I did a cast for SESH, I'm sure of it, earlier this year. I was invited to join in either on streams or actually be the caster for Evo and different matches where we were having friendlies in the Oceanic community with some of the Chinese teams because of the time zone similarity. It makes matches pretty good. And there's some great play styles there, and the differences between the two communities were very apparent to me. So I'm really looking forward to actually showcasing some of that here tonight. Now, I'll give you the Soldiers 5, shall we say, of who I am. I have been in the military for 29 years, and I'm still serving, and I've been in the Army and the Air Force. And so I will talk a little bit about that type of stuff in relation to the gameplay. And the reason I'll do that is because Hell Let Loose has that unique ability of bringing some of that military skill set onto the battlefield, which you don't see in the other games I've played, like, Battlefield, Squad even so much, Rising Storm 2, even Arma 3 sometimes. It's not too bad, I suppose. Hell Let Loose is a very unique little niche here, and I love it. I've got over 1,000 hours in it now myself, in between deployments, so been good. I'm talking to the camera down here because I've got a screen up here as well that I work off of, so I'll try and give you some FaceTime when I'm actually talking to you, but so that's who I am. I play 1,000 different games and never have time for any of them. But Hell Let Loose has to be one of my favourites of all time. And it's been really good to see some of those things. Now, some of the stuff that I love watching in this is when you see combined arms fire. So you had tank moving with infantry, artillery landing in front for the infantry to come up, and maybe an anti-tank gun putting in fire or a machine gun or something like that. Those are the types of things that I look forward to seeing in this tournament from the different teams. And also, some of those differences for the different international communities. So things that my friend Das Eltberg was talking about, in the Oceanic communities, we don't see a lot of engineering build, whereas in the European leagues, he said there tends to be a bit more of that stuff. So I'm interested to see if we're going to see any of that tonight. I would suggest that we are not far off from starting here. This map's going to flip in 4.5 minutes. There's a full team there as far as I can see, and there's a full team over here, 50 to 43. Okay, so SESH is sort of short a couple of people here. All right. Interesting. There's a few names there that I remember. Sashumi, I'm sure I've seen Sashumi before. I definitely know Messi. Down here, that's one of the players that I've seen before. Who else have we got here? I'm going to have some trouble with some of these names tonight too, and I do apologise early. There are a few people to note on the SESH side. Miss and her squad, I've been told, is a very good squad. So let's talk, while we're waiting for this, let's talk very briefly about some of the stuff here. So I'll start with SESH. SESH, it's their first time in International Hell Let Loose tournament. But they've had some scrim games with some international teams. You know what? I'm going to actually move that over to this screen so I look a bit better talking to you. So that's one of those things. Now, for international matches, they played against teams ESPT. They had a 0-5 loss. The Foy Boys, that's the game I'm pretty sure I actually streamed or cast. So 5-0 win against the Foy Boys. Foy Boys being one of the Oceanic communities who do play in the Friday night fights and are well involved in the competition scene. 7-Evan Army, 5-0 win against that, guys. 82 AD, they had a 2-3 loss. Now, 82, I think, is one of the teams that's actually going to be playing in the HCA. I'm pretty sure they are. And I'll be casting that match against Chimera at least anyway. For domestic games, they played against CTR, Alpha, and IR. I've seen IR play. I've streamed IR before and cast for them and Alpha, I think, as well. So looking forward to seeing some of those players come back. I tend to find that the Chinese teams are very deliberate in their play style. They're not reserved, but they have an air about them that they are thinking as they're moving, and it's really obvious, particularly from a military person, to see how that plays out on the battlefield. Okay, now I asked some questions of the teams, and one of the things that SESH told me that their hardest working players in mind are Miscan and her squad, and Aussie and his squad. They spend a lot of time studying tactics, and those two squad leaders have shown their excellent leadership in previous games. So I'm looking forward to watching those pair in particular. I've got that as a note here. The commander of the SESH team tonight will be Tofu. It's going to be his first game at SESH as well as his first time at commander. That's a pretty big call. That's a pretty big call for the first round of the tournament. Thrown him in the deep end. Must be a red-hot commander. He joined SESH a week ago and had some experience playing as commander of his former clan. Okay, well, that's interesting. That's interesting, isn't it? So we'll definitely watch what Tofu gets up to and how his command style works there. I asked also about anybody that might serve in the military, just out of a general interest thing. So there is one person at least that's been named on that team that is a military school right now. And I only asked that of that general interest thing to see what might be different about how they play. And that's just me. I've been in the military a very long time. I look for that. Hopefully it's of interest to the audience as well, because there's a lot of folks that play this game that aren't in the military, but there are a few that are. And so you get that different demographic and a different thought process. This map looks like it's about to roll. I'm just interested to see what's happening there. They're all lurking down there. All right, we'll just wait. Okay, outside of Hell Let Loose, the SESH team plays Tarkov, Come Be Heroes 2, Counter-Strike Go, and other first-person shooter and real-time strategy games. So they've got a fair bit going on there, as most gaming communities do. Their goal is to fight for the top 4 in the B League, the Minors League, which is what we are casting here tonight, and get promoted to A League to compete against the best Hell teams in the world. As a fairly new team, besides match victories, they really want to capture this opportunity to learn from the best and improve themselves onto the next level. Well, I tell you right now, damn sure this is the place to be for that level of skill set and that uplift. The casting, I mean, I'm amongst a bunch of celebrity casters. It's brilliant to just be even considered to be part of this. Like Das and Guderian, people like that. They're just, top shelf casters here. So, but the teams, all the names are out there. We saw in the intro video there, all the big name teams across from all over the world. And this is a worldwide competition, let me tell you. I think it's 10 countries, if from memory. Let me have a look at that. Let me just bring that up. Here we go. That's why I just won, by the way. There, I've won the game. How good am I? Let's have a quick look here. I'll look at the flags. So we've got Argentina, Australia, Brazil, Britain, Canada, Chile, China, European Union, France, Germany, New Zealand, Russia, Spain, and the US. Whatever count that was. So it's a global tournament here, folks. There you go. I'll give BK the point. Well done, BK. He played well. He was a man in that. All right, so that's SESH. Now let's talk about Chimera. Of course, I know a little bit more about Chimera because I've been gaming with them on and off, either on their servers or in their community over the last couple of years. They were born from the merger of two of Oceania's top Hell Let Loose clans, of course, being AIF and HFKT, and that merge happened this year. So the Chimera competitive team brings some of the best Hell Let Loose players from Australia and New Zealand, as well as attracting talent from around the globe. And that is very true. And this statement that they made, I agree with this. They bring a relentless play style with strong teamwork derived from the spirit of mateship. That is absolutely true amongst their players. I've been in amongst their squads and felt that and seen that. It is relentless, let's say that. Competitive career has only recently begun. With their dedication and commitment, they're looking to be a force to be reckoned with and push themselves to be a mainstay in the Hell Let Loose competitive scene. Chimera's entrance into HCA heralds the first time a team from Oceania has entered, and that is absolutely true, into this international tournament. And Chimera is proud to be representing the region and looking forward to bringing a hard fight to the competitors. I am proud to be part of that and watching their journey here tonight, and I'm pleased to say, I guess I am sort of supporting them a little bit. Sorry, Sesh. I've got to say I am supporting the Oceanic team. I think it was obvious though. It was always going to be the way. All right, I'll just give you some messages here about the game start. So we're joining. You guys go Germany, we go US, and we'll switch the map again. So I've got a switch team. There we go. I'm on the German side now. So. Yeah. All right, so they're just getting the flip. There's obviously a little bit of a delay there. The SESH guys just trying to get themselves squared away. Like this happens, I don't mind at all. We're having a good little chat here. So I asked the same questions of the Chimera team, and it's the first time in the competition, as we know. And their competitive history, they've had the first game at the end of April this year where they played Evo, and they lost 4-1. I can't remember if I watched or cast that or not. I'm sorry. Since then, they played them again and lost 3-2 before they've beaten TAW and 13th Legion 5-0 and SEVH 4-1. They've had 2 games against JT and IR, and they won 3-2 in those games. And that's interesting. JT and IR being a blend that I cast for once. Good players. In their lead up to HCA, they played ESPT and TL and lost both of their games 3-2. That's talking about the cream of the crop there, though. Absolutely. So, look, 3-2 loss. That's not terrible. Some of their hardest working players, Mav's name was thrown forward, and I certainly have seen that. Mav is a very hard-working player. And we will see what he gets up to tonight if he's playing. The commander is VK, is the usual commander. So VK, I've known him for quite a while. And in military experience, they have a few people who are in the military. I know that, and they speak the lingo. So I guess what we're going to see with some of those guys, you'll know them. If we were listening to the squads, it'd be like, oh, 0 Alpha, this is 1-1, radio check over, and stuff like this. It'd be funny as. But we don't have any of the in-game voice going tonight, unfortunately. That's part of the rules as well. We cut that completely away. What sort of things does the clan do outside of Hell Let Loose? Because they play just about everything. Hell Let Loose is the main game, but they play a solid armor base as well. And then they dabble in all sorts of things. And what are they hoping to achieve? They want to make the playoffs. That's what they're really after. So, look, good luck to them. I'm looking forward to seeing how that journey goes for them. So everything seems to be running smoothly enough here so far. We're just still waiting, of course, as I said before, for the map to flip now. We've got everybody getting onto there, 43, 48, 49. I think SESH might be short. That's going to make it a little bit harder for them if that's the case. But we'll just watch how this. Oh, here we go. We've got a few more coming in now. But I was just a little bit slower to get logged in, I guess. So we're just trying to see if we can everyone switch across there. So, all right. Well, while we're waiting for that, I won't play any fancy videos. This is just the match start. Just ignore that. It's not actually the match, of course, because they are playing on Sainte-Marie-du-Mont. We can bring up that little Sainte-Marie-du-Mont map. Maybe. What are my chances of doing that? Nothing on this thing. Let's go across to the studio mode and get up the full cast page and have a look at the Sainte-Marie-du-Mont map. Yes, we'll do that. Let's transition. Here we go. So this is the Sainte-Marie-du-Mont map. Now, what can I tell you about that particular map? It's a great map to fight on. Let's start there, shall we? I love Sainte-Marie-du-Mont, and if we remember rightly, sorry, I've just put it up on the main screen. I'll get rid of that. If I remember rightly, with Sainte-Marie-du-Mont, they also switched around the city. It used to be on the left-hand side there, the Sainte-Marie-du-Mont city itself. Now it's on the right-hand side, which is a little interesting, isn't it? Now, we actually played Friday Night Fight last night on Sainte-Marie-du-Mont, and the dugout was a big fighting point, and the hamlet as well. And the guys that were on the southern defence there got pushed all the way back to Hill 6 and almost lost it, but then they managed to push back to hamlet, and it was a big slugfest. What I tend to find around the middle of the map here is there are a lot of big open areas and lots of chunky little terrain areas, and that can make it hard. So dugout as an example, if it's the capture point for tonight, it's a real, slugfest around there, and there's big open areas all around, so you can put in big fire points, and a lot of those roads to come in are single lane attacks, so you've got to be very tactical about how your squads move in at different angles. You can't do linear attacks. AA network, a lot harder to defend because the enemy can approach a lot easier. There's a lot of wheat fields around there. And Pierre's farm, to be blunt, it's the hardest one to defend out of the hardest one to attack rather out of the lot. It is, except for that western side of that road, which is a lot of wheat field. The eastern side is just a bastard. So you can put, like a garrison up there to the northeast and defend it, or garrison down the southeast somewhere and defend it with that backup fire support coming in from out there. And the only way the enemy are coming in is on that left-hand side of the road. And good luck to you trying to attack that. So it'd be interesting to see at the start of the match which one of those 3 points is the point that somebody has to take. Once, of course, we have that occur and someone captures the middle, then it becomes a case of, well, how good was their initial setup to try and defend the 3 points north or the 1 point north or south of the middle. Here's the rollover for the map, by the way. This is important because we're about to start. So let me get things back to where I should be. Let's get back to the, we are on the live cast screen. Let's get rid of the Sainte-Marie-du-Mont map. I think I have to join Charlie squad. No, I just have to work out what squad I have to join. Lucas has sent me a message. Chimera Cooler's squad. Which squad is Cooler in? Find Cooler. Where is he? Cooler. And this is one of those interesting things. There he is, Roger. There we go. I am going in as a rifleman, I guess. Keep roll, and I will spawn in on the middle. And I'm not even going to talk to them. This is a Hell Let Loose HCA official stream. I am just going to get myself into that mode. Get rid of all that. Pop that away, and away we go. Now I've got the sound turned up. I had to change a bunch of settings. It's Pierre's farm. Oh God, here we go. What a bastard to start with, folks. Ladies and gents, what an absolute bastard to a point to start with. We'll go over this side, shall we, and have a bit of a look-see. Let's get ourselves across there. So it is Pierre's farm to start off with, and there we go. You can see, as I said here, lots of open territory on this side of the map and lots of wheat field on the other side. And just quickly on those settings, as I said, I had to actually change the settings so that the volume was up and a few other things. So it's a little bit different than on my normal stream stuff. So I'm just going to be watching at the start here to see how the in-game sound goes. I will spend a lot of time in aerial view here. For those that have seen my streams before, you will know that I spend a bit of time in, down in close where I can. But in this particular instance, it is all about that aerial view. We'll put up the right header bar there. We've got a 2v2 header bar. I haven't got that quite set up yet. Again, that is a HCA official thing. At all stages, Chimera will be the blue team and SESH will be the orange team. That's what those two markers up the top of the map are telling you. The match has already started. Let's have a bit of a look at what Chimera are doing. We've got a couple of supply trucks coming into the middle there, a couple of squad leaders, of course. Big squad pushed down through the center. They're going to want to control that middle area. That's fair. Recon tank women around the outside with all of the recon people in it. There's their main tank. It's a light. So they're allies, aren't they? So that'll be a Stuart coming in. And we have a couple of guys in that truck. There's a full truck there. Geez, I tell you what, they wouldn't want to get hit. That's a whole truckload of trouble there. There's my friend Candy actually hiding in that tank. So she's hiding on the tank. I think she's sitting on the tank. Okay, so supplies dropping in now. I'll be really interested to see what SESH are up to down south there. So we'll probably keep an eye out on that left side of screen as we just flip around. Now, what do I need to tell you about this? You can see the Dragon's Teeth off to the left there. We'll use the clockway method. So 9 o'clock's left, 3 o'clock's right, 12 o'clock's top, and 6 o'clock's bottom, like a clock. All right, so on the 9 o'clock side there, all through down to the bottom there. Here's the artillery coming in, that pre-positioned artillery stuff. We'll have a look to see where that actually lands, if we can see it. There's a couple of trucks off to the left there. Yeah, look at that, 12 o'clock tanks coming down through the middle, vehicles in the long range. Okay, that's interesting stuff up there from the Chimera guys spread out as we would expect. SESH has already dropped a bunch of people in Sainte-Marie-du-Mont City. Okay, that's interesting. They have a little bit more to get through here. I can see a truck over there in the middle pushing up through over that wheat field there, right in the middle there. That's it right there. Look at that. We've got anyone out wide. There's another truck out there near the hamlet I can see. Okay. That's interesting as well. That truck that's got that person marked on it, they're standing on the truck. He's got the rocket. He's ready to shoot. He's ready to shoot. He's going to try and lob a rocket in. This will be interesting. There's those guys. They're both on the back of the truck as well with rockets ready. So they've got the rocket strike off the truck. PS Farm just starting to get taken now by Chimera. Of course, with that early cap weight, maybe a few more people. I'll be interested to see what happens to that truck down the bottom. There's the Stewart coming in. Boom, there's a rocket or a Stewart shot. There's those trucks are now dropping there, like the back of a Herc, dropping infantry out the back of it. Shots fired first up. Oh, big hit on that truck. There's rockets going in. The truck's down. That's got some people down from SESH. SESH have lost early blood there, and they're off to the left. Chimera's taking out. There's rockets. Oh, those rockets are both missed down the bottom of the map here. Hanaran's in trouble. Panic's coming in there. Oh, yeah, down. Gan. There goes the truck. Chimera's got the cap point first off there. SESH have not started as well as they would like it. They lost a few too many people in that initial wave. This could be Chimera's first point. It's a great attack here from this bottom right flank here. Steckman's got all the work to do, but there's a Luke's coming in now. An OP was dropped. That's an early OP. That's a really good OP. A few of the Chimera guys now just starting to die in the middle of the PS farm area. This is starting to trade a bit. Hopefully they've got their OPs. I can't see any squad leaders. There's Mav around the back. I told you to keep an eye out on him. There's a tank in the point now. That Stewart's in there. It's even Stevens at the moment. Both teams have an even number on that point. Chimera put the cap weight. There's enough spawning in down here, and that Luke's is now whipping up the squad coming in on this flank. I'll be absolutely interested to see what happens down this way now with that Luke pushing up that right flank. I can see some sort of tank or anti-tank gun up there. It's an anti-tank gun. That Luke's will be in trouble, but Chimera now losing the center point. The cap weight is shifted back in SESH's favour. They've got their OPs up. This is a really, really fascinating first opening wave. Shots coming across the middle of the map there. They're trying to hit that. Oh, look at that onto the Dragon Seat. That's not picking anyone up. There's Panzer IV coming in on the left of screen. That Panzer IV is going to cause some real havoc amongst the point. I think this is going to go SESH's way now because they've got real serious cap weight. Chimera have been pushed back. A lot of big rounds coming in from everywhere. They're just absolutely getting hammered in every direction at the moment. That Panzer IV is stuck on a fence. That could be costly. I think he's right. The Luke's now pushing up pretty hard. Let's go back over that way and have a bit of a look what that's doing. Watching that center point, there's a lot of big bada booms going on. There's rockets going in every direction at the moment. Up there, that's a tank as well. That Stewart's up there now. I don't know what he's going to be able to do. From that point, he's going to try and see to get line of sight on that Luke's, I'm guessing. Yeah, look at that. Shots going over there to the right. I'm pretty sure that's the Stewart. Is that a Stewart? I can't even tell from back here. Yes, it is. That's a Stewart back here, right? That's good stuff. I do this all by myself, by the way, folks. This is completely me doing the work and everything like that. So it's a bit dodgy. That may be part of the problem. We're looking around here now. The Luke's is still alive down there. The Panzer IV holding the point. SESH pushed it back slowly. It's the cap weight going back in blue favour, is it? I can't tell. I cannot tell. It's completely neutral at the moment. No, blue is taking. Blue is taking. There we go. So Chimera have got the cap weight on the point. No, SESH now. Oh, yeah, this is hard work. This is a hard, gutsy slog from both teams here. It's, oh, boom, that tank was just missed. That Stewart there, the Luke's is now pushing in on the Panzer IV there. Oh, there's a rocket, and that's the end of the Stewart. Good rocket there from as Baby Buzz. I think it is. Yeah, Baby Buzz. There we go. Another rocket going in now. Not sure who that's aimed at, but Chimera in a bit of trouble out here in the right flank as SESH have just managed to work their way up. It's inch by horrendous inch, isn't it, here? You know, there's a bit of a real challenge here for the Chimera guys and anybody. It's like World War I here. You know, you make one foot a day is how much ground you gain. Really good Luke's fire coming in across there, shredding everybody from the Chimera team on the point. It's definitely gone SESH's way now, and they are absolutely securing PS Farm. Big force out here on that right flank from Chimera. So really good, weight out there, and they've got see that fire coming in across the point. So SESH have got, defensive fire coming in from Chimera up that right flank, up in that 2 o'clock position. But they do have the point, and that Panzer IV is trading well. What we probably need to see from the Chimera guys is something pushing out to where we can see SESH. There you go, Maximus. Okay, so we might get up and have a bit of a look at the map in a second as we just swing around here and see what happens. Let's have a look. So you can see what's happening now is the Chimera have set up their defensive Gary line in the blue zone. That's good work from them because they're going to need that in a second as they lose this red zone. We've got road troopers sweeping down the outside. They're going to start putting some weighting out on this area, but there is a big SESH presence out there as we just saw. Supply truck. Here comes the heavy. The 76 now trying to push in and supply support. SESH have got this central area here, but they don't have a lot of weight there at the moment. because they are getting picked off by that ranged attack coming in from the 2 o'clock position. So good fire support there. There's a Puma. That's a Puma doing a runner up there, just stripped McFly down. There's a rocket down in the building. I don't think there's anyone up there, but they're putting in fire support anyway. I'd expect to see some sort of ammo boxes down here to the port. There's the garrison for Chimera way back up there. It's far enough back where they can stage outposts at their next set of buildings up. But those guys are finding it pretty tough. With the Puma now trying to push up to that zone. What we might do, that rocket was bad. Whoever put that rocket up there, let's see what that Puma does. We're just going to rip around up here now and have a look at the back side of what's going on here. I think the Puma just took down a tank up here. Knox was right next to it. There's the Puma. Oh, it's taking in the AT gun. Big trouble for Chimera here. Big trouble here. That Puma pushes in and rips 2 AT guns. That's what was there. Boom! Counterpunch from a 75, I'm guessing. That's the end of the Puma. But it did its damage there. It took down those 2 AT guns that have been suppressing the pointing. SESH, of course, have now capped that. So well done from that Puma. It sacrificed itself to pull that apart, that fire support. And the Chimera guys now are going to have to redo all of that if they want to keep that. Let's rip across now to the middle of the map. We know what's going on in that area. Big push here coming in from that north flank. That's the north flank that we're looking at there on the left of screen now. And here's the northwest flank as Maximus and Lupus try and push through towards Zerg, Groot, Uzi's squad, I'm guessing this is, with a sniper in there as well. Oh, there's another Aussie. Okay, that's one of the team from one of the squads from SESH to watch out for, I was told. So this will be really interesting stuff here. Big numbers from Chimera as they try and push down. They're going to try and get to those buildings there, sort of in the middle of the screen there where Groot is holding. Rogue, of course, flanking around. He'll be putting an OP down out there. But we've got to remember that in some ways, some of these guys might be 1s or 2s in squads. So they're just doing, you know, opposite stuff and not anything else with squads. So he'd be looking to try and set up attacking garrisons and things down that way. Good stuff though, I do that all the time. I mean, it's being recon without being in a recon squad, of course. Really good work here though from Omzi, I think his name is, that his squad, as we said before, we were watching and we need to watch them. Well, they actually just ripped apart the 2 attack squads that were coming in here. But it's trade for trade at the moment. The numbers are here for SESH though. They've got big numbers here in this flank. They know there's pressure out here and they have to hold it. If Chimera get a foothold down that way, then the SESH guys are in real trouble. The other part, of course, is the fact that cattle sheds is the next point. And so SESH will be trying to push up through this whole zone to get to cattle sheds. Here's bombing run, I think, coming in by the sounds of that. Wonder whose that is. Let's have a quick look. And it is, looks like it's a SESH bombing run. SESH bombing run, yeah, there it is. It pulled apart that back line of attack there, which has been causing him real problems, and it looked like it picked up something there because I saw an explosion. PTI has commented in there, suit and tie, this is getting serious. Yeah, I know, it's fucking hot. I wish I could have a, a snap-on, snap-off tie, so while you're not watching me on the screen, I can just click it off and click it back on. Ironically, I do wear this sort of kit a bit in the military as an officer. So anyway, here we are pushing none, and we've got, what's happening though is there's been enough cap weight coming in from that northeast attack. That's that northeast attack out this side here, and the northwest side of PS Farm. The cap is sort of starting to turn towards Chimera. I don't think they're going to have the weight. So they're actually going to have to pull back a tuxedo for the finals. Absolutely. So they're actually going to have to pull back some of the players here to try and defend this, and I think that's what they've done. So that'll take the guts out of their attack in that middle area a little bit and give Chimera a chance to reconcile. I'm going to take a quick drink here. Wait one. Now, let me tell you though, it is quite tight on that centre point. As we back off here and come around over the wheat fields, we can see there's a lot of weight there. And the Mav squad, oh, there you go, I said that about Mav, keep an eye on him. Well, his squad now has worked its way into the point, and they're starting to cap while his flankers are coming in out on that right-hand side of the map there, and they will have the numbers to pull apart the SESH guys, who are now trying to respond to a double attack. But also, if we just whip back a little bit here, you can see, doing really well there, taking people down in that middle area there. But there's a lot of pressure still going on. Lupus' squad is gradually pushing back to, I think this is artillery battery from memory. This is where they were trying to defend this, but they've just been pushed too far back now. And by being that far back in the trenches without another defensive line forward of them, it means that infantry can come around and actually start to push in. But what we've seen there is there's been a spawn wave though. However, this has been pushed back. There's been a spawn wave that's come in now. SESH have understood the seriousness of this centre point of Pierre's starting to fall, and they've pushed a lot of bodies back. So we'll get ourselves back across here and we'll have a look there. And so there's trade going on again. For those new to the trade side of things, it means that each team will lose one player, then the other player, you know, and back and forth. No one really gets anywhere with that sort of stuff. You've got to do something really radical, or this week's star players actually step up. I was asked just before, was I chairforce? Yes, I am. Currently, I did 14 years in the Army before I decided my knees had enough, and here I am in the Air Force now. Way to go, or something like that. Good push here, though, from Chimera. Down that flank, they're still finding it hard, though. That's a really good defensive group out there from SESH. They are holding off that entire wave of Chimera coming out there. I think we'll see, though, these guys up the north here, maybe trying to push across towards the middle a bit. I think a satchel just went off there. There's a spawn wave. Butterdog spawned in with the guys there and Tyson Thanos. So they still have enough weight on the point. Oh, this is tough, isn't it? Guess what, ladies and gents? 15 minutes. 15 minutes is all we've had go so far. Look at that rocket. That was a great rocket. The boys over here, the Chimera guys over here in the middle, they've managed to take that centre area now, except for Yu and Cat. If they've still got an OP there, that's good for SESH. That's real trouble for the SESH guys. We're going to keep an eye on that out of the corner of our eye as we whip across here to that middle area where the SESH guys are putting in a great defence on Pierre's farm. They've taken down that OP now. That's what's occurred there. Tool Fox has taken down that OP now. So that's the end of the attack on the actual point itself, and it's staying firmly in SESH's hands. Jonah and his Jam and Yungo and Keltith are all sort of slowly moving down this flank. They've made about 40 metres, I think. I'm not ever going to answer if I'm wearing pants or not when I'm in a suit and tie. This is official HCA, guys. Of course, I'm sitting in a chair. All right, so Pierre's farm is now firmly held by SESH. Now they're going to have to try and consolidate that. How you do that? You've got to get some machine gun nests up. You've got to get more bodies in there to just hold literally 270 degrees, because you've got plenty of folks around the back. That's not a problem. It's a hard attack from out the back, but yeah, they've got to push some bodies out as well. So you can see these Chimera guys are just grinding their way down. Let's get in and have a look at how nasty this action is in here, shall we? Just quickly, look at it. Boom, there we go. You'll go, look, it's just trade. Boom, explosions everywhere. There's another grenades. Miss Gain, there. That's why this squad's out here doing so well. Miss Gain's squad was one we were told to watch out from SESH, and they are doing great work out here holding this Chimera attack. It's just slow work. Oh, great artillery. Boom. Miss Gain is gone. All right, so Chimera have now pushed down that side, and SESH are in trouble there, but Chimera have to hold that. And you can see the machine gun nests that are in this building, and a sniper as well. That's also part of the problem, isn't it? How much trouble would that machine gunner and sniper be giving you up there if you were trying to push down in that bloody area there? Bot John's down out there now, and SESH are now pushing back with bodies. Miss Gann, there she is. So that squad, they're doing great work. Mav's now moved these guys in near the middle. It's still a trade in the centre area. Oh, this is going to be exhausting to watch, let alone play. You can imagine what these guys are feeling right now. It's just an absolute slugfest. You're just standing there taking punches, punching back, taking punches, punching back. Let's whip out to this left out. Someone just, it's Lozo just said something. Unfortunately, just be careful, guys, because this is HCA. The moderator is pretty aggressive, absolutely aggressive. And I've got it set that way because I've got to protect the stream because it is official stuff. So apologies if you get timed out. You might just have to adjust the way you say what you're trying to say. Spherical, good kill there. Pat defending, knows his mate just died behind him. The blue team just got lost this area here again. So, you know, it is bam, 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 backwards and forwards. We're moving across, I can see, some really tough fights in every area. There's just some sort of hard-ass fight going on. I'm interested to see, there's not a lot of tank fire going on. Let's just slow that zoom down a bit and let's see if we can see any tank. There we go. We've got a Panther down here in front of us. So that's big trouble for the Chimera guys. Good positioning of the Panther down there. Probably angle it a bit, I would, but that's a great spot there because he's got infantry on his left and he's able to shoot all the way up that road. I don't know what he's shooting at up there. Quick look at the map. Nothing up that road, but he's probably seen something, got a sniff of something, or maybe he's shot at Brandy and just missed. Brian died rather and missed Brandy. Well, so there we go. That's what's occurring there. Panther sitting on the point. That's going to be a hard take. They're going to have to, Chimera going to sweep out onto that left side, that 9 o'clock position, which they haven't been able to do yet because the defence out there is solid. So SESH aren't really making any ground here now. Chimera are up against it to try and take this point back from them. because if there's anything that I'm going to see here tonight, it is going to be, if you've got your teeth sunk into something, you're going to hang on to it at the deal line. And that's what SESH are doing really well at the moment. There's been a couple of little scares there, but they've managed to hold on to it. Have a quick look at the map there. We've got 6 Garys up for the Chimera guys. No lights out at the moment, so SESH are well and truly on the defensive. And good evening to everybody who is in the chat. This is a 30-minute delayed stream, so I won't really be interacting with you. I will keep an eye out for specific things. I will try and be engaging in questions you might ask about stuff, what's going on, or whatever. But this is the HCA. Now, this is Hell Let Loose Competitive Association. It's an association from teams from all around the world, and I talked about that before. It's about 10 or 12 teams, countries rather. And the goal is to have a well-curated and broadcasted competitive Hell Let Loose matches. It's managed by the group The Line. It's a North American community, but it includes staff from other countries around the world and other communities. In the interest of serving the community, each participating team submits representatives who vote on a variety of matters pertaining to the tournament. The HCA works closely with the organisers of the HLL seasonal tournament for match scheduling, as well as rules and statistics compatibility. We'll talk about the structure and roles a little bit later. That's a little bit of a brief about what it's about. Let's get back to the action here now. You know what I've forgotten to do, of course, is I've forgotten to change that little icon thing. So I've got to put that up there now. There we go. So 2-3 up on the top of the scoreboard. To give you that idea, yeah, 82 AD, they're in the majors. There we go. I'm sure they saw their shiny logo in there somewhere. It looks really cool. There's some really, really big teams, isn't there, in this competition. It's great to see. That's a tank there. I can see it up to the right. That'd be a, what is it? Let's have a look. It looks like a 76. Is that where she ended up? Yes, it is. So that's a 76 there. Trying to help Bot, John, and Jam and Kelt to push down that flank. We can hear a tank coming down underneath us. Here's a precision strike coming in. That is the Thunderbolts. No, that's the Stuka. Sorry, my bad. Oh, it really sounded like the Thunderbolts from where I was. So that's the Stuka putting something in on something. I wonder if he was dropping on that tank. Or usually you'll see commanders drop it on garrisons. I've used it, but I haven't just seen it do anything for me yet. It's very particular. That Panther 4's in a bit of trouble as it pushes up there on that right flank, because that 76 will take it down. Random ping up the back there, not sure who that is. We probably will go and have a look and see who's on artillery and things like that in a moment. As we consolidate a little bit here, you can see smoke dropping in on the point. That looks like it came from that tank, because it has a very distinct little spray of sparks out the top of it. I don't think artillery does that. I kind of just escapes me a bit. Really good push going up. Oh, something just died up there from Chimera, I think. Really good push here in the middle of the map from SESH. They've pushed hard up into Chimera's defensive zone. Where Heavenly is where their garrison is. So they've got a bit of work to do. Oh, but whoever's picking them off, Nox. Oh, that'd be Nox picking them off there. He's knocked down a few. Rogue, of course, they're picking a few off at the back as well. Good push there, cut down by a lot of good Chimera players. So not bad. Having a look around the back here now. Here's Aussie, sorry, pushing out on that left flank. So they're now starting to try and go out a bit wider. Maximus has got his work cut out for him there with whatever squad he's got. And yeah, there he goes down. So he's in a bit of trouble out that way. SESH might actually get a push through here. And if they clear out an OP or two, cattle sheds, look at that terrain where Caledonia sits. It's a great run in there and you can't get shot too easily through those trees up there. We'll go and have a look at that in a second. As we whip back across and have a look what's going on here. Boom, something just hit on the point. That'd be a artillery piece. The tank's over on this right side. This right flank is really where the tough gritty combat's at, a lot of it, isn't it? There's a rocket going in. That's a miss, unfortunately, from Jonah, and he's been picked off for his trouble there. That tank's done a good job. Checking out who's in that tank squad for the SESH guys. We'll have a bit of a look. The Yue being an ADF. Sorry if I mispronounce. I really don't know how to say Chinese names. There's a good push coming back. A counter push now from SESH. He's Bray there. With, look at that suppressive fire. The two tanks, the two guns there. It's the tank and the machine gun putting suppressive fire up the road, which really makes the Chimera guys think about it. And of course, those big shells that are going in HE, nothing being done about that tank at the moment from that infantry because they can't. Where's that 76 as we go around the back of the 76 kind of is in a defensive position on the point. Look, it's trying to watch out over there to shoot into Pierre's farm, but I think it really needs to do something about the Panzer IV, and I'm guessing that message has been thrown to it because it's now moving out. Kenoshi, Daniel and Torque rather are moving out on that right flank. I'm not sure what's going on there actually. That tank is showing its arse and moving out. We're really interested to see what happens there. where that tank goes. Maybe there's a bit of a threat somewhere else because we don't see that. We don't hear that rather in the chat, in the voice chat. We just have to work it out for ourselves. So I'm just going to keep an eye on Vortex and that Chimera tank. I'm wondering if is there an ability yet to put a satchel on a friendly vehicle, because that would be really cool. I think there was an AT gun just taken out there by that tank, that Panther 4. So maybe that tank's just turning around to come in nose first. Maybe he was just out of position and just pushing it. That's a Luke's over here on the left. I can hear. I'm sure of it. Just pushing around on it. Absolute. What is that? No, that's actually a Greyhound pushing around the back. There's the Luke's. Okay, here we go. Bit of a tank battle out here now, folks. Aussie squad out there still. Luke's moving up. Maximus knows it's in trouble. Where's the markers? Can't see them. Can't see them because I'm not a squad leader. Really need to fix that, I think. But we got to give every chance. Maximus there. Here we go. There's the Greyhound now pushing front on into the Luke's. How did he not know it was there? That was a woeful effort there. Caledonius with a rocket up the arse of the Luke's. Good shot there, but he's going to have to try hard here. This is going to be a long shot. The Luke's is turning around. It's stuck, and it's a good hit, but it did not kill it. That Luke's is still in the game, and of course Caledonius has no rockets left now. He's going to either have to redeploy, or there he redeploys. He's done the old flip turd into the ground, and he's going to come back with rockets and hit that tank. But God, what was that Greyhound thinking? Where was the communication there? That was disgraceful play. I'm going to say it was disgraceful play. So now this Luke's is just chewing up that infantry squad, trying to find their OB, of course. Did he hit it? Don't think so, actually. I think it's in a good enough position. Yeah, I can see it just there. Pretty sure that OP is just there. Watch that to see if they spawn in on it. Oh boy, I cannot believe that Greyhound does. I don't even know who's in it. I'm not even going to ask. That's got to be the... Oh, they've spawned! They've absolutely spawned! This is at a moment for Caledonius to shine. He done it! Oh, great little kill there of the Luke's. Well done to him. Oh, you had to make up for that Greyhound, mate. And that's the last we'll mention the Greyhound. All right. Oh, maybe there was just bad comms there or miscomms or something. It happens in the best of times to any community. We can see now that SESH are really pushing up there on the left. I'm going to go back and have a look at that. I just wanted to see where this ended up over here. And SESH have pushed up on this right flank really nicely. And that's the Panther. That's the Panther doing long shots in now. And I'm guessing the Tigers there. The Panther forward there as well. So they've got two tanks. Two tanks putting shots in on this. Yeah, look there. The Chimera tank here is repairing up. There's the Garrison straight down below us. Anger now trying to defend against Wube's. And he's done that well, but gosh, they're up against it out on this flank now. SESH, well done pushing out here. We're going to go across now and have a look because they've got numbered down this flank. I'm guessing part of the problem might be whatever's going on over here. We can see some of those flank players that were out there before really pushed back now. Where is the point here? There's Jungo here. So this is what they're defending cattle sheds. You can see a supply truck going in the left there now. SESH have got up another set of, I guess you could do it in bounds. You could do it in bounds. So you're looking to have a little well, each field is one bound that they move up. So you know, SESH have made it to the next set of hedgerow or whatever. We could call it something like that. And that's what it is on this map. You've got to get from one hedgerow to the next, or one bunker to the next. So where Mab is there, he's got that field, and Yuno's got this field here, and Yuno's either got to push back or get up to the next set of barricades, and he's got a big open paddock there. So that's hard work, and this is what it's like here. These guys, when they make it down to that next row of trees, then they've got to move across, and they haven't been able to. SESH have worked all the way up here. This tank is really, really against it. I love that Stream Elements is muting people left, right, and centre here too. So I guess that might be the Australian New Zealand way of speaking in chat. As I said to you before, guys, the moderator has to be just up a little bit because I don't have any mods in my channel. So sorry that you get timed out. You'll survive it, hopefully. Real trouble here for Chimera out on this flank. Real trouble here for them, and they've been pushed back to that next set of fortifications. So SESH now have a foot forward off of that defensive position, and that's going to be real tough. Now they've got to try and, I'm talking about where Yukita and Toolbox is there, or rather along that ridgeline there. the hedge line rather, they're going to have real trouble pushing them out of there as SESH push up across these fields. We've still got a few players down here. Rogue's still doing his thing down there. There's Delfu, who is the commander of the SESH team, and Rogue's down here. They're flanking around the back here. This is not a terrible move. Jam, oh, okay, there we go. So Jam was out on that other flank with his squad. Now he's down here. That tells you what was going on that flank. They've given up on that flank and they've come out this way. But unfortunately, by giving up on that flank, I think they might have given too much ground out there, which gives SESH a real chance to consolidate. Oh, geez, I'll be fascinated to see how this plays out right now. I'm just really, really keen to see what happens here. Whether SESH can now take the initiative to get up to what we call Bunnings, is actually the cattle sheds, but we'll call it Bunnings because that's the nickname, the colloquial nickname we use here in Australia and New Zealand for sets of sheds like that, because Bunnings Warehouse, where you buy tools. But if they can push that initiative they've got there, I don't think so. I think there's enough defence there. We've got players like Roxo and Nox and Spherical up there, and Caledonius. They're doing pretty well. Here's Jam pushing around the back here, probably trying to find some SESH garrisons as well. But you'll notice he did not engage just then. He did not engage. So he's left Cherry. It's a real word, Cherry. They left Cherry. Oh no, he hasn't engaged now. He's missed. He's missed with his first shot. That's not good. Now Cherry knows there's someone down there. Panic coming across the field towards him. But Jam will be looking for a garrison down this way somewhere. Not sure where that might. There, good kill there from somebody. I think Jam might have picked up. Bombing run coming in. Is that a Chimera bombing run? No, it's not. It's still a Chimera. Oh, that's a look at that bombing run going in up there. That is a SESH bombing run. I wonder what it's going to pick up on that move. But they'll be trying to really put the screws in on that northeast flank where we saw that 76 just before. And that's up in here. There's 3 tanks up there now. Oh, this is interesting. Artillery, of course, getting pissed off from whoever up there's annoying them from the SESH team. We will go and have a look in a second. We've got to do due diligence there. You know what? Let's do it now. Let's rip up there quickly and just have a look. There's some great killing going on here, folks. I don't want to miss too much of it. But I want to just show you what's happening up here, of course. Here's the squad I'm part of. There's 2 on artillery and 3 on artillery rather, and Milk there doing some defensive stuff. And there's the nodes as well. Observer run around the back there trying to pick off their artillery, of course. So that's what's happening up there. Let's rip down to the other end of the battlefield. You can see the harassing force here, Road Rage and his squad. And Red 6 pushing down. Let's have a look at what these guys have done down here. Look, there's players getting distracted all over the place down here. Nobody on artillery at the moment for the SESH players because I guess these guys have been good enough. But you can see there's nodes around the back of the map. All right, back to the action, folks. Red 6 there moving around the back. Aussie's back here. Well, it's a fair way back for Aussie. So there must be a pretty good push going on here from the Chimera guys to bring Aussie back here. Cherry knows they're down here. There's a tank there to the right. That's a Panther. Okay, Jam squad's got a bit of work here and Kelton squad's got a bit of work here. Got a tank over there on the left. That's a Panzer IV by the look of it at this distance. At the 9 o'clock position where Entice is chasing it. Groot's trying to shoot Entice. Entice is going to get dead. There he goes. Yeah, that was a good kill by Groot there. Rogue's now been shot down and Brian died. Here's Kelton running across the road. He's going to get shot. There he goes. Got shot for his trouble. Jam got round though, but Cherry picked off Kelton. So that's hard luck there for Kelton, unless he gets a garrison down here. Panic gets taken down by Cherry. Great kill. Good play by Cherry. Really good play there. Jam now looking to see what the hell's going on. Can hear shooting over to the right flank here. Not even sure what that is. There's the garrison out in the middle of the open there. That's where the SESH guys were coming in from. 57 minutes, folks. We've been playing for 33 minutes and I'm exhausted already. Isn't it great? I love it. Absolutely love it. Wouldn't trade it for quids. 2-3 has been the cap. There's that Panther now moving across, trying to push up on that right flank. Let's have a look. We've stopped watching Jam for a second. We know what he's up to. He's trying to find Gary's, and we'll look back later. Here is the that's an American tank, and that's the end of that American tank. So and he's got a Panther here as well. Oh, that is absolute travesty gameplay there. A tank unsupported by infantry moving forward. I say it before I say it again. Your tanks, unless you're moving in waves of tanks, as in there's 2 or 3 of you, you should never be out there without an infantry. And he just got picked off. Absolutely got picked off. So a bit of a sad loss there. And let's look at resources there. They're not doing terrible. They got 850 fuel. The commander's got a bit to play with here. Sanders, of course, there is a support player. Can't do much against this tank except let people know and shoot the infantry that's protecting it. So Unknown is walking into the unknown at the moment. Let's see what he can do there. Sanders will just do a good little play. Oh, great play by Sanders. Look at this tank having to come all the way back here when this entire flank has been lost by Chimera, and the tank should be shooting the ground next to the yurt or the haystack there, but it's not, and that's disappointing. And there we go, another rocket. I think that missed. No, it hit the tank. It just looked like it missed. The tankers aren't on point tonight. The tankers are not doing well. 2 up the bum there from My Maya. Well played there from My Maya to get away from that tank. Tank's got a bit of work to do there, guys. Chimera guys, I'm not impressed by the tanks at the moment. They need to pick their game up, absolutely. And I'm not being mean there. I genuinely mean that. The tanks are getting caught out by themselves too much. That means the coordination's not quite there between the infantry and the tanks. Needs to be picked up. That's what I would say. As the caster from the hot seat of opinion. That's where we're at. All right, so fair bit going on up there in that northeast flank, and real trouble for Chimera, but it is a long way from the point. You can see how far SESH have pushed away from Pierre's farm now. They've got right up into these buildings here, and this is an absolute bastard now. Instead of trying to root him out on Pierre's farm, the Chimera guys have tried to root him out here on the artillery battery area, which, I mean, they're doing well. They are holding it, but this wheat field that we're looking at in front of us, this is part of the problem. And so, you know, it's just hard to go anywhere here. Because if you go across that wheat field, then you've got that giant open field at the top of the screen there before you get to Pierre. So you can't go that way. You've got to make a beeline from this wheat field in the centre of screen to the one in the top, sort of 1 o'clock position. Right, grabbing a quick drink here as we watch this little gameplay play out here. Really good push there from SESH. They've made their way past that infantry. All right, so there it is. Comment was made about the rocket meta, and it is interesting. I've always lob-tossed rockets as artillery for shits and giggles where I needed to. Nothing happening with cattle sheds here. I just wanted to check that quickly. We'll rip back across here. SESH, though, look, they've got the open here, haven't they? How many garrisons have we got up for Chimera still? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, they're not doing too bad. There's the attacking garrison. Oh, there you go. I was wondering when something was going to happen down here because we saw Mav over this way before. And here it is, folks. This is the push that I was talking about. It has opened up this area, so Lupus has got his work cut out for him with his squad here to try and defend there. And I think there was some support for the tanks before out of this squad. Well, now Candy was over with the tanks before. She's now here doing infantry stuff. And we don't do shouts out here. I don't have time for that, unfortunately. But check out Candy Rocks as a streamer. She's really good at this stuff. And very entertaining. Whipping down through here, we can see SESH controlling that area. Artillery battery here in front of us is being held by the Chimera guys with Baby Buzz with all the work to do. Rogue still down here. This is important stuff. So Rogue has been controlling this area down here for God knows how long. And that's good work because he's a squad leader. That's what you need to do. You have him alive doing all this stuff to get troops down here. And having said that, he's got the streamer's curse. He's been spotted and killed. And that's the end of him. SESH, no, there's a push coming on down here, though. There it is. They have worked it out. There's a Panther coming in there. SESH have got a bit of a look in here. Kelteth there in front of us, pushing down towards those guys. Very good player. We'll see what he does. Botjob and Jonah, good players as well. The long-range fire from that Panther. That had to be 400 or 500 metres. Kelteth picks off Cherry. Nice work there. Old man knows it's a bit... Old Gian knows there's a little bit of trouble going on down here for them. And Old Gian's down as well. The Panther, well, I don't know if he's aware of the fact that he's got infantry coming in, but Kelvin can't do anything against them. Ozzy, though, knows something's going on down here. He's pushing in. We've got 52 minutes to go. We're not even halfway. There's 2 Panthers on the field. I can see one center of screen and one just down the bottom right here. Up there where strike 3 is, you can see that Panther. I wish the markers would show up on tanks as well. Just anything would be good, but they don't. Maybe I've got to send one, but I'm pretty sure I don't. So the Panther now is coming back to the point, and there's a little bit of a push on, and that would be Dofu, the commander of the SESH team, pointing out the fact that he's got infantry in close, and they just need to clear him out. But unfortunately for the Chimera guys, the team was good enough there. Arceus and Cherry coming in now. Ypres pushing in as well. So there's a lot of blue down to the southwest though, but is it going to be enough? Because Pierre's is a long run across open fields. And there are 2 Panther tanks rolling around out here. I'm curious to see what happened to the Allied tanks. We've got Gangbang, Elsink and Vayu in the middle of the field. They're putting fire support in. We've got a recon tank there and a medium tank up there, but you can see who's got the better of the deal here when it comes to the tanks. There's very few Allied tanks around this area anymore, and Cattle Sheds now is in a bit of trouble. There's the cap starting to turn, and that's that force that I said we'd watch come up through that middle area from SESH. This is a real problem for the Chimera guys. There's about 6 or 8 there pushing in, zerging in onto Cattle Sheds at the moment. Monty and his crew and Lupus there. Lupus has been pushed back. There's a few there still on the point. They're not capping yet, but they will start to in a second. The SESH guys will start to take. There it goes. It's starting to turn now, and real problems here for Chimera. They have to push this back pretty hard, but they do have 3 flanks to come in at the SESH guys on point. But this is hard to clear anybody out. As soon as these guys get their OPs down, this is going to be problematic for the Chimera guys to find them. Here's Duvault coming in on that flank. He's found Yuzhang out on this flank, and he's putting shots in. There's shots going up there. Picked him off as well. Brian died. Well done there, but Noah's going to come in and probably pick up Deuce. Maybe. We'll see what happens. Uzi around the back there. Watch for the spawns here, folks. If we see some spawn in, it means OPs are up. SESH are capping the point still. They've got 4 on. There's a tank over there as well. I think that's an Allied tank. Yes, it is. At this distance, it was hard to tell with my old eyes, but that is an Allied tank. They're going to have to push back towards the point. Look at that spawn in off the wheat field. That's a big spawn point. That's a real problem now for Chimera. This is absolute trouble for Chimera. They have to respond to this with another squad to 2 squads. Absolutely. And we can hear aircraft going over. There's a tank shooting and God knows what out on that flank. Bullets coming in from up north to our right of screen there. Yungo pushing across. Panic, definitely put the panic button on. There's the blue weight coming into the point now as it starts to level off. And we just get a bit more weight coming in. You don't want to overdo it though and send in 3/4 of your team, because you lose all momentum everywhere. And why it was fighting at AA, that AA fight was all about trying to control map sectors so that they could get staging points for attacks. There's nothing wrong with that, but it did detract from some other things that were going on. I think there was a bit of a mistake there before with Chimera giving off this entire flank. It really did put some pressure on them. Now the tank's back in on the point, and Chimera will take a bet. There's an airhead coming in though. That's an airhead. That's a SESH airhead. Somebody's got to have spotted it. I think Duvault has, but Uno's protecting it. Let's see what plays. This is a critical airhead right now. There, Duvault was on it. And he's going to take this airhead down. Really, really good work there. That was game-changing moment right there. But there's a spawn wave on. They picked him up. He's been shot. He's taken it down. Oh, what an order. He picked up the player as well. Oh, my goodness. Duvault. MVP right there, ladies and gentlemen. But he's going to hit the OP. They spawned him right, sending troops on in repairs. They're looking for it. There's another wave in. Still tunnels here. Bullets going everywhere. You see, hard to shoot. Oh, Road's been taken down from the side. They've got to try and hit this. Aussie, throw some grenades. Surely, Aussie's picked him off. There's an OP down, I think. There is an OP down, I think. I'll see if that's spawn wave. If that OP went, then that's the end of the session. What a great sequence of play just then. Oh my goodness me. What a great, no, Satchel as well for shits and giggles. Oh wow, okay, good play from JNL. We'll back away from there. That was a tight fight, but the Chimera defense got into it. I'd love to hear some comments there in chat too about the gameplay as it goes through. Really good stuff. We're talking about Chimera's artillery being conservative at the start. Really good discussion point there. Take it away, folks. I really love to see that stuff. Excuse me. Oh, wow. What a great little play there for Cattle Sheds. So that's the end of that little setup for now. We're going to go back up there. We can see on PS Farm there's a machine gunner on top of the plane there. Zerg coming in on the left side. So AA batteries being held there on the left of screen. They're 9 o'clock position there by Maximus and whoever else that is. I can't tell. Spherical, right? And so they're gradually chewing their way across this field here. But it's the chew, isn't it? 1 foot of ground at a time. Such a hard point to attack. It's got to be an airhead. It has to be an Chimera airhead. Jam's still doing good work down here, so he'd have an OP down this way surely. Oh, he's got to try and get up in there, doesn't he? So that's a good Gary. Look at the wave coming in. That's a pretty good wave. But this is a problem up here now as we've just whipped north again. SESH have managed to push out into that area I was talking about before. This is the area that Chimera lost. They're now starting to take it back. And that's pretty good. That's pretty good. So we went from too many out here to not enough out here to somewhere along the way. I think we might be finding the balance. So this is important that they just sort of consolidate this area here, because if you look at the distance there, it's only 400 meters and it's wheat fields. We're just getting a bit closer. Wheat fields to get across to the point. Oh, that was a good hit. That was a great artillery there. Good rocket in. Well shot. But if they get control of this area just here, they can push to that wheat field. It's very hard to stop them. I mean, it was pretty lucky before. Good play there from Duval to get that airhead though, but geez, it was tight. There wasn't much in it there. SESH could have got it off and got away either way there. If those guys that spawned in on the OP put a couple of extra bullets into Duval, could have been a different game there we were talking about. But fortunately, and well played there to Duval, saved the game just then. So 45 minutes, halfway. We're halfway, ladies and gentlemen, and it's still anyone's game, really. I think SESH have got definitely the momentum. They've got the initiative at the moment. The upper hand is in their favour. Some good push down here from Keltis and the crew, though. Still, they're pushing in. Is Jam still alive? Now, Jam's down, and he's lost his chance for an OP. Lozer, I can't answer your question about pants. There's certain things that a lady never discloses, all right? Anyway, we're moving up here now. We can see this is just, it's a grind, isn't it? Let's get in on Keltis and have a bit of a look at what he's up to. So he's doing that very slow, deliberate play that I see from a lot of the Chinese clans is really, you know, works the angles, works the maths of it, sort of stops there and has a bit of a look, keeps his eye up, his gun up, right, runs into a fence. Oh, yeah, so he knows someone's in there now, but he was looking, he was watchful, and he managed to move. But Chimera, just for information, is an Australian-New Zealand conglomeration. Right, he's popped back. That's an interesting play there, but he's got a couple against him. He is a pretty good shot, but he hasn't managed to pick him up. He's getting shot from all different directions. There's a tank coming up on him now. He's definitely got some interesting times coming up for him just now. And we'll probably see him dead soon, but maybe not. Here we go. Back over to AA Battery, where a lot of the fighting has been happening. So, look, you know, there's some interesting stuff there. Isn't there? Oh, the satchel takes him down. I think that it was Old Jan who's taken that satchel on that point and killed all of the Chimera guys. So that is a really, really good satchel there, which put problems back in here for Chimera. Have they got an OP though? That's what I'm asking. Here we are looking to see if there's a spawn stealth that can hold this artillery battery area, or AA battery, sorry, I can't remember what it's called. There it is. So they've still got numbers here. Old Jan coming in the back of the point there to try and clean them out. Interesting questions being asked in chat about some of the different clans and teams. So Japan isn't in the competition yet, but I'd be keen to see them come and join us, especially from a time zone perspective. It works well for Oceania. Let's go back up and have a look up north here just quickly. We'll talk about the two clans again in a second, because it's interesting stuff. Herlerin is coming around that outside flank now onto Bunnings, onto the cattle sheds there, but I'm not seeing any other SESH up here. So that's good defensive play there from Chimera. Obviously they learnt the lesson of is when SESH get an inch, they'll take a mile, and that's what they did here. So they've got Chimera pushing out here further east, and they are grinding their way around. Groups there, Wubes and Misgan pushing through that middle area. I think that's quite critical, and whatever Yungo, Shortass and Unknown do in there to try and stop that is quite important. Nothing else going on out this way though. Very, very quiet out on this flank now. I think everyone got sick of fighting out here and they moved on. But that's where these guys are starting to come out. So Chimera very spread. Look at that big circle. Let's just sort of zoom that in a little bit, shall we? So big circle area here. Really, really large circle area here of attack. It can work. It can also fail. Yeah, I'll be interested to see what happens. I'm trying to stay away from the map. There is a 30-minute delay on this stream. Just to stay away from the map a little bit. All right. these guys are moving out nicely. Brian died, Thanos and Butterdog. They're just starting to push in. There'll be a bit of pressure there for SESH. These folks over here in that middle area I was just talking about before, they're going to have to start to come back across to the... well, let's get around to the correct angle. They're going to have to come back across to the right, perhaps, and defend against that wave now. That's a good little wave there with Mav and 4 others running around that right flank. SESH have got some momentum here in the middle. They've got a tank there in front of them. That's going to be hard. Yuno's going to try and get around on that toolbox with a satchel, I'm guessing. Maybe Buzz moving up now. The tank's got infantry with it now. That's a little bit different. But that tank's shooting down here to what I would suggest is probably another tank. And it sounds like it. Yeah, there it is. So that Panther has been hit down here. So that must be a 76 up there shooting in. We could do the H key. I don't like the H key. Because it flips over stuff and makes them coloured. But yeah, okay, we'll leave it on for a little bit. So there's tanks, yeah, they're repairing down there now. So there's another tank or another vehicle, I think. Yeah, there is another Panther coming in out there. Interesting. 2 Panthers up the middle there. It's going to slow down that attack up on Pierre's. We're going to look out for that shortly. There's still a fight going on down here on the battery. Spherical around the back here. And different shooting coming from different angles. People have to look around different angles. Rockets coming in from Spherical. He got picked up by SESH. By Cat rather around the back there. I think Yu Yang is about to get rid of that OP. Yes, he does. That's where that OP was. So that's the end of AA battery or artillery battery for the Chimera guys. They've been pushed back up from there. Let's have a look at where they are then. And they're back up on those 2 top galleries, but there should now be that staging point again is going to come into play with 40 minutes to go. It's a hard fight, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely hard fight going on here. That scoreboard has not moved for a good 40 minutes, maybe 35 minutes. The scoreboard has not moved anywhere. So, you know, that's the quality of teams playing here tonight. That it's just so hard to crack anything open at the moment. SESH do have good momentum, though. When they get a little break somewhere, they really capitalise on it, and they're doing pretty well here through this middle still. And it looks like they've started to get spotted out this way, that blue 4, and we've lost all of it down here. We've got a truckload of trouble. All right, this is interesting now. Truckload of trouble down the bottom of the map there. Let's see what that happens. So, yeah, look, interesting stuff. Now, I will say, let's go back to talk about a little bit of stuff here. So, first of all, remember, it is a 30-minute delay. I don't want anybody to give away any of the game here. I want this to go right down through and nobody to be talking about who won or anything at the end. Let's just go back and talk a little bit about the HCA itself as we watch some of this play. I find this stuff very interesting. The HCA is full of all sorts of things like organisers, developers, content creators, streamers, match commentators from everywhere. And they determine the structure, they organise votes, finances, Discord, all sorts of things. A lot of work goes into these competitions. I've had to find time to sort of get my game up a bit here because I'm busy committing to all sorts of other things, including real life work. But it's such a privilege to be able to come here and cast this and the quality of gameplay that you get to watch here. I love it. I think it's great. And, you know, I don't mind losing my voice every Friday and Sunday for a bit of Hell Let Loose. I don't mind that at all. All right. Talking about the teams again, and we got asked before about Chimera. So they're an Oceanic team, and there's a blend of Australian and New Zealand players. I'm not sure what the mix is. And they this is their first championship and first tournament, as is SESH's first tournament, and SESH, of course, are a Chinese team. These guys all want to just do well in the competition. I mean, that's pretty much what happened. Here's a strike coming in. That sounds like a Stuka. And it is, and that's a good little Stuka going in, probably on a Garrison. Did it pick it up? No, it did not. That Garrison out on the flank there is getting locked. Good defense pushing through here. These guys are now starting to get up on the wheat field area there, but the Chimera guys are starting to push in on the right side of the map. But I want to see what happens. Yeah, look, SESH have, yeah. So they acknowledge the fact that there was a bit of a threat out here, and they've thrown a squad plus out that way. So there's 2 squad leaders there, so at least a squad out this way, trying to shut down this Chimera push. And they have shut it down to a point where you saw that Garrison get locked out just before on the map. And so but that pulls forces away. Look, I tell you what, whoever's out here is picking off those SESH guys pretty well. That's good shooting. So a bit of a pressure there for SESH. That'll be a bit more trade out this way. But if there's, if the trade's out, there's bombing run coming in, you can hear it. If the trade's out here in Chimera's favour, or they have less players there, you know, in their favour and they're killing enough, that means they've got more chance for players elsewhere. There's a bombing run around the back. What is that going at? Well then, is that a Chimera? That is the Chimera bombing run. I wonder if it picked up Garrison on the point. Aussie's out there now. Wherever Aussie is, I feel like that's where they believe there's something that needs their attention. That's what I'm gathering here. So Aussie's out there now, knowing that a bombing run just came through and hammered something. And here's Bot Jong in an anger. Excuse me, past my bedtime. Trying to push in out here. Looking around just quickly, seeing what's around in every direction. Jam and panic. There's that truck. Those guys were in that truck. That's the truck. It dropped off down here. Jam's trying to get an OP and a Garrison out this way for sure. This is a good push here from Chimera. I'm getting tingles now because this is good work. They've distracted them up in the northeast and they're just starting to kill them now and they're getting in tight on that point. Jam's getting his OP down. There's an OP down from Jam. So they've got to spawn in. There's Miss Gann. Miss Gann's back here now. Where she is problems for the SESH team. They know there's trouble out here. They've sent back their two arguably best squad leaders from what I've been told. Aussie and Gann are back here now. This is trouble and they know it and they're sending some people back. Here comes the set of supplies. I wonder, or is that an airhead? No, it's supplies. That's the Chimera supplies going in on God knows. They're trying to get a Gary up there, but there's a lot of SESH players up there. I think it's down to Jam trying to get a Garrison down this way. Oh, this is good stuff. SESH now have got to open their eyes a bit here. They've started to realise that and they've sent back a couple of good squad leaders. Jam's just been picked up in the field though. They know there's people here. Bot John's picking a few off now. Oh, look at this play, folks. Yeah, like there's a bit of trade here, but we know that Jam's got that OP down to the bottom right. Whoa. And here's another move from the left side as well. Oh, everybody's everywhere. Stuff going on. That's a grenade. Here's a tank. Wondered when that would happen. There's a Luke's coming in now. The SESH team know that there's a bit of a problem here and they've sent a Luke's in. Is there anything going on anywhere else at the moment? Oh, we've got Gary's all up there fine. A bit of defensive line up there. I'm going to go look what's going on with the SESH. Really keen to see what happens down here. There's a spawn wave in. Can they hold it off? Can they hold off the SESH players? Jam standing there. Got to defend that OP. Probably a bit close to the bush, actually. Probably a bit close to the bush. Because I reckon... Oh, and there's Jam grenaded. Shots fired up there. Oh, good play from Spherical and Anger. They've got the run on it. There's a couple more in. SESH could be in a bit of trouble out there if they don't respond to that. They've got that northeast flank, though. Oh, where's the rest of the team? So they must be somewhere up here near Cattle. Yeah, look at that. So there's a double push going on here from SESH. They're pushing through that center area. Let's just slow that down. SESH are pushing up on that middle area that I talked about before at the 12th position on the map. They still hold that area, but the wheat fields are well controlled by... Yeah, this is good defense here from Chimera. Absolute good defense here from Chimera. And here we go with the SESH guys trying to push up through, but they can't get anywhere. They've not gone anywhere for 10 minutes, 33 minutes to go. SESH are stuck here at the moment, but they do have big problems down in there. Oh, there's the Garrison down there now. Oh, it's getting exciting, folks. SESH are really trying to push through here. Chimera have got to be careful how many they pull off the point to get down to that Garrison. There's a spawn wave. SESH could throw some bodies up here and really get that counter cap going on. It could be something close to that. Could be something close to that. Look at this quickly. We'll just have a quick look at it. We'll have a quick look at it and see what happens here. There we go. We've got... Oh, wow. We got people everywhere. There's a tank there as well. SESH, looks like that's been held here from SESH. Going back across here in Tice. Oh, the SESH guys just start. Oh, shit, sorry about that. I just realised I did not put that on. Slow down. Yeah, look at them though. Here they come back. They've come back now. Here's where the gunplay's at now. This is it. SESH have got to realise. So, just so we know, the Chimera guys should be hopefully obvious to you that when they've got CHMA against their name, they're all the Chimera team, and the SESH got SESH against their names. So Chimera are blue and SESH are orange. They're all named by their clan name, guys. But you know, might be missed by folks, so that's fine. It happens. So the blue team are the Chimera team, and you can see at the top of the map as well. top of the map, top of the screen there. Chimera on the left-hand side have got the Allied icon against them, and they are blue. And on the right side is the orange with the SESH icon and the German icon. So those things should hopefully tell you which team is which. This is a really good push here from Chimera, but there's another tank there. I can see a tank in about 1 o'clock position just near the point. There's a speculator. Oh, LNG with a 200 to 300 meter rocket. Pops it over there just to let that building know it needs to fucking sit still and don't go anywhere. Well done with that rocket. See that garrison down there in the graveyard area there for SESH. So there, Bot Dodge has been picked off there. Road Rage has got to probably try and cap that. He's scouted, because really good garrison there though from the Chimera guys, because they've got to defend that now. All right, Clippy, I just want you to keep off those comments about nationalities there, please, mate, or I'll boot you out of the chat. So I'll be watching that hopefully in 30 minutes time. We might just comment on that quickly. No country comments, please. So there we go. So we've got I will be a ban hammer on folks who try and bring up any sort of tensions like that. Not interested at all. So here we go. SESH here pull back their forces. They're defending on the point. Blue force, the Chimera guys are spreading out quite nicely. So that's good work from them. They've got that garrison. They're coming out, trying to push this back to that same fence line over here that we were at before. This is deja vu, ladies and gentlemen. About 50 minutes ago, we were fighting over this point, and the same people have come back here, and they are fighting over the points again. But this time, I think Blue Force, the Chimera guys, and the point's starting to turn. So this is interesting. Look at that. That would have woken up SESH a little bit. This would have woken up SESH a little bit, and they're going, okay, now we've got a bit of a serious push going on here. We need to do something about this. This is really, this is really good points. Really good points coming out here. Blue 4 have got a good push on here, but the SESH guys are defending it. There was just almost enough chat weight, cap weight rather, to come in there, and there's good spam there. Good spam there from the SESH forces. Miss Gann, of course, there in the middle of the action. Jams picked her off as well. Science on the side there. We've got the Blue Force down the bottom right corner with the fire support base. Machine gunner up there. Jams trying to get in on that garrison. That would have to be a garrison there. Jammed on the garrison. There's one down there. Science has died. Butterdog and Caledonius now would know there's a garrison there. Oh, but there's a problem up on Bunnings. We can see, I've just missed it. The Bunnings is getting capped. Oh, let's have a look at this. SESH have finally pushed through. I think Chimera pulled too many people off the point. This is bad stuff here, because Chimera have got to get some people. Where have they got? Oh, they got 3 Garys in support there. Where are the Chimera guys? There's not enough on the map at the moment. There's a bit of a change. So that's the old 1-2 punch. So what happened there was, as SESH has pulled people down there, they've managed to hold off long enough, and they've thrown bodies. Oh, that was a great, artillery satire, I don't freaking know, but it's wiped out a bunch. Here's a bombing run coming in. Whose is this bombing run? It is a SESH bombing run. Where's that going to go? Oh, look at this. It's coming in on that spawn wave that just come in from Chimera. It's picked up 2, 3. Oh, so the garrison's just down below us. Just straight down below us. We've got to watch out for this. This is trouble here. Chimera have lost this point. If SESH gets... Oh, good shot from Spherical. SESH gets a garrison or an OP up in there, then they are... It's game over on this point for... Oh, Chimera away! It's a spawn from hell. Takes back the absolute point. Great work there. Will have sucked the momentum out of the attack, but holy shitbags. Good call by the commander there. Get back to Bunnings and defend it, and they've done that now. So really good work. What happened down here though? Still the push going on. Still a bit of people. Still a bit of Chimera push down there, so they haven't lost all momentum. SESH dominating that northeast flank though, that we can see there at the 11 o'clock position. Just absolutely dominating that area. But the J&L picks a couple up on the road. Don't walk on the road, you'll get shot. Oh wow, what a great counterpunch. Chimera there. Oh, they're holding on. Peter's in the point. Groot's coming in there. Good kills there from the Chimera guys. Just whipping down here. Cattle sheds getting taken back by Chimera. Panic's got to shoot Akita. Akita's right in the middle of it, isn't he? Here we go. What's happening? Nobody knows what's going on. Let's get out and have a look. Oh, jeez. Look at this. Oh, look, bam, bam, bam. Down he goes. Yeah, Akita. Oh, great solid play. Did he get that OP into the point? That's what I'm interested in. Did he get the OP in? Or the garrison? Here's a supply drop coming in. There's a box out in the field. I don't even know if that one was actually... don't even know if that's a supply box or a... Oh, wow. What the hell was that? Shot at the Panther, whatever it was. That's a tank. Wow. Oh, there it is. Right up there at 11 o'clock position. Off the edge of the hedge. So there's a bit of pressure still here on for Chimera with the tank. Look at that. That tank shooting at where it thinks the tank is. This one here's been a bit sneaky. We'll try and get down behind this a little bit. Just have a bit of a look at what that line of sight looks. Oh, what a shot! And this tank's in trouble now. Double tapping. Rounds coming past me there. This is dead. This is dead. There it goes. Really good nose poke there from that tank. Chimera still in a bit of trouble there on the point. They've still got that spawn point there. Still got spawn point down to that bottom right of the Bunnings area. So, wow, that's interesting. And SESH are going to start taking that point now. I just want to see what's going on over here. Still a few points out here. There's that Kimura wave coming in and taking that right flank, but they don't have enough out there at the moment. SESH started to take back this point. Because they didn't get wiped out from this area. So where Shingun is there, he was actually able to defend that point long enough. 25 minutes to go. Oh, it's an exhausting match, this one. SESH starting to get momentum back, but we know that garrison up there in the Wingfield at the 9 o'clock position is a really good point there to defend against on this point here. Just quickly checking something here. Sorry about that. I'll allow that little comment through as we go here. So there's a good little satchel on the point there, but SESH are starting to take this rocket over there into, I think it's a 75. No, yes it is, it's 75. So a medium tank over there in the middle, I think it's a 75. There's the spawn wave coming in from Chimera. The point will start going back towards them, of course, with cattle sheds. The momentum swings back to the boards. Chimera's got a bit of a fight on here, don't they? What's that? That's an airhead. There's an airhead dropping in the Wingfield again. This time it's trouble, though. It's smoked up as well. Oh, but didn't get rocketed. No, it got missed. There's an airhead in there. Anger and Jinx probably know it's there, but they weren't able to get to it. Got a Zerg rush coming in from group up there. They got wiped out for one. There's that airhead. This is a problem for Chimera. That airhead is going to be a real problem for Chimera. There's all of a sudden going to be a flip of switch here, and the cap will start racing back off to the left there in SESH's favour, and they've still got people putting in. Oh, okay, they only sent 2 in. It's enough at the moment to have it drifting back across to the left. But where's the Chimera team? Where are they? I just don't know. There's the tank coming in. That's 75. Oh, good artillery. That artillery's almost on point. I'll be interested to see though. Oh, the point! That's what's happening there. So I'm looking at Pierre's farm. It's starting to just contest it now. And they're defending. Oh, the tank got hit by the Panther. Surely they had to know there were a pair of Panthers down there. Spawn wave in now. Spawn wave in from the SESH team. Oh, shit, this is trouble now for Chimera. Sent some forces in as well. This is going SESH's way. Look at the map quickly. You can see the two groups coming in on Pierre's farm. We will try and get back to them in a moment, but this is where it's going to be make or break. If Chimera can't get enough numbers back here. Oh, that is artillery. Oh, good artillery. Is it enough? No, it is not. Pierre's still contested. Pierre's starting to fall now. It's contested, but Chimera needs some numbers in here. This is tight, folks. This is tight. That artillery's got to shift around and pick up some more. There's the spawn wave. Chimera's in real trouble here. There's the spawn wave at the back. Chimera's in... Oh, the artillery's on point. It's taken out that force. Chimera still don't have enough in the cap. Oh, the point's not being taken in the middle anymore. There's enough defense. There's enough defense from Pierre's. Chimera's in trouble. There's another spawn wave. Yes, this is going SESH's way now. SESH are going to take this point and push Chimera way back onto the defensive run. The barn is what they're defending. Oh, after 70 minutes of this, we've finally had the point go. It's unfortunately gone to the Oceanic. It's unfortunately gone to SESH. Good cap, good fight, good hard fight from SESH. That airhead revolutionized. Absolutely revolutionized the point just there. I'll just answer some comments there and questions about where I come from. So I started streaming in March of this year for the Premier League, and I had a learning journey. If you look at my early stuff, it's very different from this stuff. But look, I'm enjoying it. I really am. There's some good stuff in the Oceanic going on. The Oceanic community was really starting to show its wares. Some great casters out there. Trauma Stew, Candy Rocks, all these people are great casters. Blue Rose Jelly. Check those guys out when you get a chance. All right. Chimera have lost the point now, and look, if I was SESH now, I'd just be throwing everything on defense. Right here, right now, on this point, defend. Look how far back Chimera have to come. 20 minutes. I mean, it's doable, folks. Doable. Let's get that map change over. Let's get that point change over. Well done there to the SESH guys there. They've taken it to 1-4 on the scoreboard after 60 minutes of brutal play. They've managed to capture 1 point, or Chimera have managed to just unfortunately lose it. I mean, we can look at what happened in the match afterwards and talk some things about play there. But we got 20 minutes of exciting gameplay going on here, folks. This is a hard point to attack. So I don't think Chimera's going to lose this one. There's at least a piece of pride here that VK will absolutely be pissed if they lose this point. And it's going to be a bastard to try and take. The airhead trick's out of the way for the moment. Let's get across now and have a look at what is up against. What are Chimera up against? Oh, they're losing that center area. That's not good. That's not an ideal thing. That's not an ideal thing at all. So, Monty and Crackshot probably trying to get some Garys up out this way now. Yeah, look at that. Supplies out here in red zone. I'll be putting those in the blue zone there. Oh, that'd be a supply truck drop. Yeah, of course, 150. 150. So there it is. There's a red zone garrison option there. Friendly tank just died there for Chimera. They've got a wave coming down here. I mean, they could split this, couldn't they? They could split around here and also take the airs at the same time. It could be a double cap. It's possible, isn't it? It's possible. So SESH have got a bit of work cut out for them here. They certainly understand the caliber of team. Both teams do. I think that SESH tanks are absolutely outplaying the Chimera tanks at the moment. That's for sure. So Chimera have got to get their tankers probably just to do some work here on some of that stuff. I think it comes down to protecting him from getting shot by infantry. You should never get shot by infantry in a competitive team unless all your infantry are dead around you. And hey, maybe that's what's happened there. But I'd be out of there. The quality of AT players in this competition on all teams, I wouldn't be left alone by without infantry support. But those Panthers also are a bastard of a tank. We know that. They're quick and they're nasty. And double Panther is double trouble. So here we go. Baby Bub's moving in now on the back of that tank. There's a garrison getting shot up there. I think that's an allied tank, yeah. Allied truck rather. But they've got that garrison over on the left flank. That's a good garrison out there. That's a really good garrison out there. And you can see Observer doing his job, observing. There we go. So that's what we wanted to see, is a split attack here. So SESH have got to defend this area here, and they are, but that's a push there by Roxo and Jinx still on there. That's a good little wave going in, running along there, and you can see the engineer on this SESH team just getting caught out by just thousands of them running in. But these guys will have trouble getting down through this area here. There's a pretty good defensive team. They've done a pretty good job so far tonight, and that's what's happening here, this defence. So Mugshot's got it up against it, but they don't need to take this. Bunnings, just the kettle shed, just contested now. That'll be that wave out on that other side, plus whatever's coming in from up here. So you can see the punch coming in. I can hear a tank there. I'm sure I can hear a tank. Yeah, there it is. But look at it, getting picked off by the Panther again. A bit out in the open there. He's got infantry support this time. That's good, smart play. But Bunnings in a little bit of trouble here for SESH. They've got force out this way. But what I'm looking for is what's happening out here. There we go. Bot John coming in. Observer shooting out over the field. He's recon. So that's good. Because he'll be letting SESH know what's going on there. A couple of guys coming in. Jam coming in out here. Well, you know where Jam is. It's an attacking squad. Because he's a very attacking, aggressive player. This is good work here from the This is very good work from Chimera. 17 minutes to go. 17 minutes to go, ladies and gents. And the point's starting to go back. This is really, really critical stuff. Whose supplies coming in out here? That's SESH's supplies coming in. Oh, look, any plans fall part of the first sign of battle. That's known. But this is a good play out here from the Chimera guys. And they're starting to take the point. SESH is up against it here. They've got these forces up. Entice picking up a few. Here's a strike coming in. Wonder what that is. Where it's going. That's a Stuka, so it must have gone against the tank. And it's hit the tank. Oh, what a great kill from that commander. Stuking the tank. SESH are losing there. Oh no, they've managed to pick off people. Bot John's in there. Ooh, look at this wave coming around the bottom of the map there as well. SESH are throwing some people out of that. Realize what's going on. This is where you want an airhead now. Counter airhead into the middle of the paddock. Off to the left. Sorry for those overseas viewers, the paddock is a field. should not colloquialise. So where Wubos is there, I'd be putting an airhead off to the left a little bit and trying to get that happening because they've just started to, it's going back their favour, Blue. Chimera starting to take the point again. Ooh, this is tight. 16 minutes to go. Chimera throwing some bodies at it. Important stuff going on up this north flank. Oh, look at the bodies coming in now. Yeah, here it is. This is the push. Oh, what's going on there? They're starting to lose the point, but they must have somewhere in the back here. Whoa, where are they? Oh, they're just coming in with cap weight. Where are they? Is it just literally that cap weight there? Surely not. It's only half a dozen players. No, I'll go back the other way. That's all right. That's pretty safe. I wouldn't be worried about that one. But here we go. The blue wave coming in now, and SESH have gone, oh yeah, we're going to have to do something about this. So a little drinky for me here as we... oh, good kill there on the building. Good kill in the building there. I think this is going back blue wave. This is Chimera's fault. It's held by SESH still. There's nothing in this, folks. Miscan, well, there you go, Miscan's in there. You know they realised there was a threat. They've sent Gan in. Well played there. SESH holding that point. Look at those rockets coming in. Whoosh. Oh, but yeah, look, Aussie. Ha. There it is, folks. Wherever Gan and Aussie are, you know stuff's happening. McFly putting rockets in, trying to hit a garrison, I'm guessing, because we know we throw some garrisons in the middle of those sheds. It's important. The blue wave has been stopped by a big counterpunch. 14 minutes to go. Chimera needs to try and get stuff back here. Let's have a look back over here now and see what's happening. Yeah, Chimera have definitely fixed this area here. There's a tank down the bottom here. That's a Panther. You definitely good work from the Panthers. Probably partial MVPs on the SESH side. They definitely have done their work tonight. And done all the good work for the infantry. This has been such a good match to cast. 14 minutes to go here. Can Chimera start the take back, or is it going to stay SESH's favour? That's what I'd like to know. Red 6 around the back here. Just clearing out Gary's. That'll what he'll be doing. Kelter's doing the same thing. Working as a squad lead recon. And he's managed to pick off somebody there. So these guys will be just enough, ones or twos to be pissing off the enemy force, and that's what they're meant to do. And so we'll get back across here. Look at the south side of cattle sheds. There's a tank. What is that tank? Is that an American tank? And another American tank. Oh, he's got infantry with him, sort of, but he's... oh, Sanders is going to flank him. And a Satchelier as well. Mimaya would, of course, probably be rank 9. Assault, which I'm trying to get to, by the way. But look at this, an exposed tank is about to get shot by a rocket. One in the side, no infantry support whatsoever. Guys, what are you doing? Oh no, and I tell ya, good work, but look, it's a damaged tank now. Greetings from Brazil. I just saw somebody in Brazil in chat. Lovely to see you. Thank you very much. I hope you can you speak English better than I do probably, but I hope you understand some of the stuff I say. Please, if there's any word I use at any stage, just ask. I will try and explain it. The cap just started to turn back towards Chimera's favour, and that tank is now pushing up. I mean, I just wouldn't be out. This is the infantry you should be moving with. Yep. Anyway. That's not my job. My job is to... well, actually, it is the critical component, isn't it? It's smoke going in to help the infantry. This is smart play from Chimera as they start to take the point again. 12 minutes to go. There's smoke going in to cover their advance. SESH in a bit of trouble again. Let's get over that point and have a look. Big kills going in here now. A lot of deaths from SESH. Tank has managed to get up there. I'm surprised this lasted as long as it did. Surely those Panthers would be coming across. There's the Panther there. Just in the 11 o'clock position on screen, off left to centre. They'd have to mark the tank down there. They'd have to know it's here, but it's slow. Bombing run coming in now. Is it? Oh, it's a SESH bombing run. Get in the building, Chimera. Dash around you. Here's the bombing run to stop that. Where's it coming in from? Where? What the hell? Looking for Gary, I'm guessing. Picked up one, probably. Candy Rock's about to wear it. Bam! Oh, straight across the tank, I'm guessing, up there, or an AT gun. But, ladies and gentlemen, Chimera are in the point. The Panthers coming in. But Chimera with the work has been, the hard work's been done here. The hard work's been done by that defensive squad up there near the barn. I mean, look at the SESH guys pushing in. But Chimera hold the point. Oh, good kill with the tank with that Panther there. Finally, I see a mark on a tank from the commander. Oh, those tanks should be, and there it is. Bam in the butt from whatever's down there. Good kill. Not sure who that was. But the Chimera guys, I can still hear it shooting. The Chimera guys have got weight here. This is going back to Chimera. What have they got down here? The guys are ready on Pierre's farm. This could be a 1-2 cap here, ladies and gentlemen. 11 minutes to go. It's anybody's game right now. It is absolutely anybody's game right now. SESH are going to lose all of them. No, the spawn wave. Oh, big spawn wave. Huge spawn wave from SESH. That could be game saving for them. Adonius has got to lob some grenades in. It's shooting in. Blue have still got a huge part of the cap here, but look at that orange spawn wave. Caledonius picks off another one and another one and another one. Where are the blue for? Could they hit? Go back the way, back in. Caledonius. His mugshot's got to come around. He's got to pick him up. He picked off one. He's got to get that airhead. Another airhead. What the hell is it? It's a garrison. I'm excited, folks. This is huge. There's a spawn wave again. SESH holding this by the skin of their teeth. Boom, and another spawn wave. Grenades have got to go, and Jam's just got everybody in front of him. He's a good player, but holy shitbags. Where's the commander's strikes? Give us something there, VK. He's got to throw some weight in on this point. Held on there by SESH. I see an airhead. Well, that's supplies. No, it's supplies, I think. Oh, the tank came in at the right spot. SESH have just been able to throw stuff at it at the right time. That tank made the difference. That's still in blues, half of it blues fade. Look at the Panther coming in though. Oh boy. There's still a lot of work going on. Geez, they almost brought it back there. It's still on though. It's still anybody's game because now Kelton's coming in from the southeast. Look at him go. And his crew's down there as well. They're trying to push out. They're picking him up in the back. That tank's shooting underneath us. I'm sweating in my suit now, ladies and gents. Big stuff here. 9 on the clock. Tight fight. Oh, I've got to get air in this room. I really do. Ooh. Oh, the cap's starting to pull on the last point. It's contested there. SESH are really trying to put the screws on here and finish this match off. They know how hard it is fighting against Chimera. And I mean, look at that rocket. Where is that going? Oh, I want to know. Oh, it's a flare. Sack the commentator. Rocket into the point. Wrong building there. Big blue wave coming in, but there's trouble up here. How many have Chimera got? I mean, maybe they're throwing it. Maybe they're throwing the dice here and go, just fucking throw everything at it and see what happens. Blue's now taking the Chimera, taking the point again. Oh, it's back to SESH. Oh, Chimera holding that point as well. Oh, it's just tight. It's 8 minutes to go, ladies and gents. Look at the blue on the point. They've got to take that. They've got to satchel it. Somebody's got to get in and satchel that garrison. Or an airhead. Where's the airhead? That's the artillery. Great shot. I'd just be smashing that spot. There's the tank smashing that spot. Blue's taking here. 7 minutes and 55 seconds, folks. Spherical trying hard to get on that garrison. Is that garrison still there? Is it? We're looking. I can't see. There's a flare up on surface. Oh, that's a kill. What is that coming in? I don't even know. It's a Panther. Look at this. It's horrid. This is anybody's, this point. The last point's getting taken again. Chimera fighting hard. They're hanging on for dear life on that point, trying to get their team in here to cap this. It's just got to be that garrison in that building that's holding on for SESH. It is everything right now. But we can see a flank going on from 336 up there at the 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock position. Boom, there it goes. The contested on the last point there. Chimera still holding it. They're sheer. The Panthers, again, the Panthers are just come out to play. There's that garrison spawning in the bodies, and it's just enough with the Panther in that garrison. Chimera can't get in here. They've got a what's the thing called? Candy's probably trying to do it. They've got to put a satchel in on that other building, but they can't get anywhere near it. I reckon that's what these guys are going to do. Oh, this is it. This is where it's at, folks. If a satchel gets in on this building, oh, artillery now starting to fall. Entice trying to put a satchel down. Everybody's got a satchel here for sure. 6 minutes to go. Look at this grind in here, folks. Velos out on the flank. Well, Anger's in there. Anger's in there. He's in there. He's in there. Let's get down and have a look. Can he go? Oh, he's been cut down 10 feet from the building. Oh, machine gun. There is a spray and pray going up the road there. I mean, it's not terrible because there's so many people up there. What else have we got here? I think there's some more over in the middle. Let's have a quick look at the map. 5 minutes to go. Garrison down that left flank. No goes in here. Big trouble up here for them. Need something down here as well. There's a Gary fight. Oh, only 50 supplies. Double box there, I reckon. But SESH, oh, good defense. Good defense here from SESH. Chimera with all of the work to do. And they've come close so many times here on this point. At this stage, I would say that Chimera cannot win the game. I mean, it's possible. It's something radical that have to happen. Well, what's this? Let's have a look. There's a wave coming in. Something radical would have to happen here for them to win this game because they have to capture 2 points super quick. But certainly they might capture Bunnings back, and that would be, I guess, a little bit of a prestigious return. SESH is a Chinese clan, I've been told, and this is their first enter into the international foray. They've played quite a few different games against the Oceanic clans that we were talking about before at the start of the stream. There's a good shot in the back of the Panther now. There's the supply truck coming in too. Jonas trying to kill that Panther. Oh, another Panther coming in. See, look at this. Double Panther. So hard to try and defend against that, or try to do anything against that. 4 minutes to go here. We got 2 minutes and 30 seconds for Chimera to try and take. There's VK, the commander's in there now. He's in the supply truck. He's done the runaround with the supply truck. He's gone all the way. Come on. VK there, he knows he's got someone on that truck. Oh, look at that, a jump kill. VK, has he got the... Oh, he's been picked up by Yang. Oh, did he get the garrison down? I don't think he did. Yes, he did. Is that a garrison? Is it? No. The garrison was too close to the other one. He couldn't possibly have put one down there. Oh. I was so excited just then. Lucas, though, is trying to wake up. Oh, he's trying to wake up at the bottom. Look at them rockets going into that Panther, though. I mean, it's two Panthers. It's two Panthers. Look, they're just getting shot in the back as well. Those Panthers, MVP. What's the resource look like? Yeah, there's bugger all resources left. See? That's the problem here. Look at the scores, folks. Big scores there from some of the scores. We'll have a look at that later. And then we'll wrap up tonight. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. So, what do you do here? What do you do if you're Chimera? You can't get in there. I think that's going to be GG's. Oh, there's that supply truck finally dying. What an amazing match this has been. There's still rockets. I mean, Chimera will fight all the way to the bitter end of this, and it will be a 1-4 loss to them, or a 4-1 win to SESH. It depends on which way you read that, of course. What a fight, folks. Just... I am exhausted. I will tell you that right now. I'm sweating. It's brilliant. It's lovely. Look at these guys on defense. These guys have worked so hard back here on defense. Well done to them for defending there and having to fight. Here's a bombing run coming in. There's a big explosion. That was a there was some sort of bomb run over the point. That'll be the Chimera bomb run, and an airhead. There has to be an airhead. Has to be an airhead. Is there an airhead? No airhead. They're trying all the way here to the end. They're trying all the way to the end here. That bombing run went over the building. It's not going to pick up that garrison. Of course, that's been saving SESH this entire time. Absolutely holding on. So, not far to go now, folks. 2 minutes to go. 2 minutes to go. Game is all made. Our game is almost finished here now. SESH is going to win this one. There's a tank coming in at the last at the death, trying to put some rounds in on the point. That Panther's seen it. It knows it's there. Big rounds going in now. Big rounds going in now. But this big rocket. Oh! That's a good hit. Here's a bomb run coming in. There it is. The tank's down. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to call this as a Chimera victory now. That is absolutely official. I took Chimera victory. I wish it was a SESH victory. Chimera, unfortunately, are not going to be able to get through and take Bunnings and the other point, of course. They're not going to be able to take this point. Big kills there on the point there from the commander of the SESH team. And he's picked up a whole bunch of inventory. Well done to SESH for the defense, and their attack runs were really good. Look, some brilliant play there, and when they got a foot in the door there, they just pushed hard on it real quick. They were very quick at pushing through. The blue guys, the Chimera guys, unfortunately, they tried, but they just couldn't get in there in the end. And so it's gone SESH's way. And we have a little bit of a look at where the map is at and what we've got there. So you know, it's just a hard point to fight over Pierre's farm, isn't it? And once SESH got their feet in there, they held that point for a while. There's a big fight down the side for ages there, but Chimera couldn't push it. SESH managed to get their toes into this area and hold it, and they managed to control this area. This is the AA or artillery battery, whatever it's called. Once you control those two areas, it doesn't give you a lot of options because that whole flank is closed down. These wheat fields are what you want to use from a Chimera perspective, and they couldn't do that. Out this side is fairly rare that you push in there, and of course Jam pushed up there pretty well when they cleared the point out. And this area here, once they lose control of that, it's hard to get it back as well because that's big open fields up there. So hats off there to the SESH team who have claimed victory in the first game for the Oceanic cast. So Axis forces there have won the game. Well done, SESH. Commiserations to the Chimera team. We will give this point to who? Will we give that to? I don't know. Who was good? Dusvold in there. He was in there quite a bit, playing hard. So look at some of the squads there. You can see. Just flick up from the bottom. Have a quick look. Let's do that from the bottom here as well for the SESH guys. Hold on that screen for a second and have a look at those. We'll come back to that in a sec. No spoilers. And I'm just going to say that. No spoilers there. So, wow. What a match. There's that music. Just scrolling up a little bit in a second after we look at some of these guys here. You can see that Kelpa for Jonah. Some of these squaddies will change around a little bit. Here we go up into the middle of the groups now. Well played. There's some good squads there. Baby Buzz was in the action all the time. We definitely saw those two squad leaders that we mentioned in it and amongst it. Aussie, definitely doing a lot of the hard yards for the SESH team. And right up to the top now, having a look at the top squads for them. Dofu, of course, the commander of that team. Miss Gander was always in it as well. Really, really, really just great fun to watch. Let me just jump back onto this screen now. So that was great. That was great fun. I really enjoyed casting that. So victory goes to the SESH team. And thank you very much for everybody who's watched this. Was going to get one of the Chimera guys in, but I think we didn't actually get that spoiled up. So yeah, the point I'll make here is that you take what you want out of this. That was a great match to cast. I was your host, Noppers here. I'm looking forward to the next match where I'll be casting Chimera versus... So, well, let's have a look at that. I've got that. Here's the schedule. No, not that one. Let's look at the big one, shall we? Here's the schedule for it. They're playing the 20th Panzer Grenadiers / 10th. Look, let me get that naming convention right. 20th Panzer Grenadier, 10th Mountain Division. That'll be the next one. That'll be the next match, and that's on August 27th, so in a week's time, same day, same time, and I'll probably do the same style as well here. And then if we just crack off with that one for a second, have a look at it nice and close. These are the matches I specifically will be casting, that little column worth there. So we'll you can pause the stream later and have a look at it if you like. But back over to this screen. That's what's going on. Look at all those teams. These are the minors, by the way. So fascinating play here amongst all of these guys. And we will also see the majors. Get over and have a look at that HCA stuff. I will try and get you some appropriate links for the future. As I said, I was your host, Noppers, tonight. Let's get rid of those stupid screens. There's nothing professional about this. And I will call it quits there. Good night to you all. I hope you enjoyed watching the stream. And bye for now.